So I got a pretty cool opportunity to test out this training aid called the Score More. It's a pretty funky little device made by a company called Chataway Sports Technologies, and it's the world's first ever dynamic shooter tutor. So let's check it out. So first off, what is this thing made of and how does it work? It's made out of high density plastic and an extruded aluminum frame. Basically, it can take shots of over 100 miles per hour consistently without breaking. So I think it's safe to say if Chara and Shea Weber can't break this thing, you're probably not going to. It has adjustable speeds for the dynamic scoring areas. Obviously, the faster it goes, the harder it is to time it and score. Now, is it lightweight? Not exactly, although they are working on making one for home use that is lighter. It is easily transported, but does require the use of a dolly once it is folded in half. And how does it get its power? There's no cords involved because it is equipped with a rechargeable 24-volt lithium battery that lasts 4+ hours. Now, my personal thoughts on this: I think it's cool, man. I think it's better than your standard shooter tutors. To be successful with this thing, you not only have to keep your eyes locked on the target, but you also have to time your release. This is such an important skill that you simply can't practice with regular shooter tutors. So often in games, releasing it quicker or even delaying the shot can add deception and allow those scoring areas to open up, and that's exactly what we're getting here. So the first time you try this thing, you will get a little bit rattled. It forces you to think ahead, it creates a greater challenge, and definitely feels good once you do score on it. It's great for timing the release on breakaways as well. One thing you will want to be aware of is that the puck can bounce pretty hard off the Score More, so if you're not wearing full equipment, you're going to want to be aware of that and brace yourself for those rebounds. So I see this all the time in practices. There's kids who shoot just to get a shot on net at the end of the drills, and then there's these kids who are looking up, they're looking at their angle, they're changing their release point, their release time, and really doing their absolute best to put that puck in the back of the net. And this is something we're always trying to do as coaches: get kids to think about when they're shooting, what direction, looking up, shooting with a purpose. That's always going to amount to them being a better player, scoring more goals.
Yeah, I mean, it's impossible to go through it mindlessly. Every time you go in on it, there's always, you're judging how quickly the wheel's spinning, but you're also locked in on the target and thinking about ways to change up the release time and